Hi, and welcome to our Aim for Good video series. We designed Aim for Good with the hope that we could connect individuals in this community and provide different resources to shine light on local nonprofits, people that might be in need, any different resources that we could provide out there for you.
This video series is intended to provide relevant information from industry leaders and also connect and highlight our colleagues, our friends, our clients to nonprofits in need.
Please stay tuned at the end of the video as you'll see different links that we discussed during the conversation so that you'll be able to contact them directly and help anyone in need. And also, make sure to subscribe to our channel as we'll be updating these videos on a regular basis. Thanks again for joining us. All right, we are excited to have Maegan Bourlett here from Community Mission of Hope, CMOH. They are a wonderful organization here in town. We are honored to have her here today to talk a little bit more about their organization, what's going on in this crazy time of COVID, and how we can possibly help them out in different ways. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Maegan. Thank you for being here today.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's very exciting. It's the new way to meet up.
I know, whole new world. So,
yeah.
Well, thanks for being here. Let us know what you need. Tell us a little bit about yourself if you don't mind, and a little bit more about CMOH. That'd be great.
Sure. Yeah. So my name is Maegan, and I'm just the executive director here of Community Mission of Hope. And I'm going into my third year. It's been about 2.5 years, I would say, actually. And so we got started in 2009, before my time, in the Rancho Community Church parking lot in response to the Great Recession that happened back in 2009. And so this is kind of our next, this has been kind of the next crisis, if you will, that we've kind of had to kind of jump up and respond to. But this time around, we were much more we had a greater foundation, if you will. We actually run on volunteers. So we're a volunteer-run organization, and the majority of our volunteers, 90% of our volunteers, are retired seniors and special needs, adult groups with special needs. So those are the two groups that we have coming in and that make this place run. So almost immediately when this whole thing kind of went down, those groups kind of were calling off one by one. It was like, we just lost this group, we just lost this group, we just lost this person. And then also the need was kind of surging. It was kind of rising a little bit. So our warehouse coordinator did an amazing job, Courtney Ingram, and she just jumped right on our whole team. I think it was kind of announced that the things kind of started coming on a Thursday. And on Friday, everything was kind of in the works. And so we did, we rearranged everything. We made it to where it's a drive-through. The first week, we kind of made it to where people didn't have to get out of their car for services. And then we got up and running on our website. You can volunteer and you can sign up for a shift. And so that way we knew who was coming and when was coming. And so the community really just rallied. It was like every time we lost someone, we were like, oh no, not this person or not this group, and then right away we had somebody else kind of step up that was able to kind of fill that role. So it's kind of been this ebb and flow ever since. I mean, the things were changing. I think, as you guys all know, everyone knows, every time you're like, okay, we can do it like this. And then there's another order and you're like, okay, we have to change, but okay, we can do it like this. And then there's another one, and so it's just kind of been this ongoing fun roller coaster that we've all been on. So
the mechanics of your organization, how many families do you, estimate that you're helping currently on a weekly or monthly basis?
So we see about 100 cars per day, and families can only come once a week. And so you get about a week's worth of groceries. So we estimate about 500 cars that we're serving a week. And then, there's exact numbers. I think I want to say maybe 1,800 individuals per week. But we've also had like a surge in new. So our, with the new way of doing things where it's drive up, then that's also put our whole office, we lost all of our office volunteers too, but we have to do, it's way more paperwork because typically a client will come in and do their own paperwork. And so now we're having to do that. So we have all those numbers tracked, but they're not as, fast or whatever. But we definitely we've seen probably, I would say 100 new families since this all started. And some came by just one time because I think they had just lost their job and there was a gap in between finding another one, or they were finally able to come back to work, or whatever that kind of was. So a lot of those people came for that one-time support, and we were glad to be here, even if it was just peace of mind, even if they just were like, we don't know when, where our next meal is going to come from. But a lot of them we've seen coming back more and more. So
with this surge, how are you guys communicating to those new families, or how can people find you if they are in need?
Yeah, so we have, we've been putting a ton out through social media, our newsletters. The city of Temecula has been great. They have been also publicizing for us, letting people know that they can come here who are in need, but also letting people know our needs that we have. So whether you're able to fulfill a need, or if you need a need, or if you need something fulfilled, where it's kind of been this beautiful relationship. So we've been able to kind of keep that, and it's been changing too. It's like, okay, now we're open this day, now our hours have changed, so we've had to kind of do this kind of ebb and flow, but we've had a really great team that's jumped right into that. If someone needs food, what we're telling them is they can just come. We're Monday through Friday 10 to 12, and they can just come get in line. And it's a drive up process. And then we give them the paperwork, and we say, in order to come back and receive food again. So the first time is kind of free, if you will. I mean, it's all free, but free, we don't need anything from you. Right. And then the next time we're going to need your paperwork back. So that's kind of how we're handling that. And then we do case manage as well. We help homeless. We help those who are, on the brink of homelessness, and those who are homeless find permanent housing. And so our case managers are doing everything kind of like how we're doing this. They're doing it through Zoom, emails, phone calls. So our office staff, as we get, say you're new for the first time, you come through and then you give us your paperwork, then our office worker, Donna, our admin assistant, she'll communicate that to a case manager who's working from home, because all of our case managers are seniors. And they'll then call and follow up and say, hey, do you need anything besides just food? Is there anything else that we can help you with? And some of them have said yes, and some of them had said no, we're thankful for the food. So we are still case managing via, we're kind of running this virtual office kind of. So that's been kind of cool. It's had its challenges, but we're kind of settling into that.
Yeah, I've seen many stories of people that you've helped, at that brink of, reaching homelessness, or, helping them turn that corner. And it's been very inspiring, seeing those stories. And I can only imagine with where we're at this point in time. I mean, we're only 5 weeks into this stay-at-home scenario, but the numbers that are going to start flowing in. I mean, we've seen the unemployment claims, so I imagine the numbers that will be coming your way will continue to grow and surge. Obviously you mentioned volunteers, and that's something they can go to your website to, volunteer for. But at the same time, from a physical standpoint, is there drop-off times for food, or is there anything, tangible that you're looking for right now?
Yeah, so we have, there's 3 ways that we're telling everyone they can help. The first you just mentioned, you can go to our website and sign up to volunteer. We need those who volunteer in the warehouse, as well as those who are just willing to pick up food. So we have drivers that'll go to specific restaurants or specific grocery stores and pick up food for us that day, that are our smaller amounts of donation, that don't need a big old truck. But there's lots of different ways that you can volunteer. And then the other 2 is food donations. We've partnered with Big B's Plumbing, who have just been amazing, and they've totally stepped up, and we love them. But they will come and pick up food for people. So if they have food they want to donate, and they're afraid to leave the house, or they're just not able because they're in one of those groups of people, they'll pick that up for you. Also, you can drop off. We are here for drop off between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. 10 to 12 is a little busier because that's when people are picking up, but we've created another route for those who are just dropping off. So we do take donations while we're here and we're open. And then the third thing you can do is you can just donate right online. We've had to buy some food Typically we run totally on food donations, food drives from schools, food drives from churches, from businesses. And so we have had to kind of dip in and kind of actually pay for some food. We still have been getting, a good amount from the community. And so from that, you can just donate online, and we've been using that money just to be able to kind of keep it going.
Perfect. Well, it's, wonderful. I mean, this is a great resource for the community. We can't thank you enough for the hard work that you're doing and your whole staff. And it's just a different world right now for sure with the different components of it. And I know we'll all come out together, but again, what we're trying to, promote locally are these, silver linings and these people that are doing good even in hard times. And your organization is definitely up there for sure. And we appreciate you. We started this Aim for Good campaign and this whole new video series of just trying to highlight local companies that are in need and nonprofits and try to get the word out there, whatever we can do. What we'd like to do is, to any of you listening and watching this, we'd like to put a challenge out to you. At this point, what we'd like to do from Aim for Good is to have a matching opportunity of up to $2,500 that we will match any donations that come into Community Mission of Hope. And
that's awesome.
That. So
I like that.
We will put all information on this video after we edit it to try to make Adam and I look decent for people to watch for a period of time. But we will put links up to your website so that people can go directly there. We'll put a link up to this campaign and all of your social media. If there's anything else that you'd like to share, feel free to do so. But if not, this has been a pleasure to talk to you, and we look forward to getting out there.
Yeah, I would like to if I could just say thank you to everyone, to you guys for taking this time and thinking of us and highlighting us and spreading the word to, companies like Big B's Plumbing who have stepped up and helped us. We've had, Chick-fil-A and Islands and other restaurants are donating food to volunteers today, dropping off food and serving our volunteers faithfully. People who have come out of the woodwork that we, don't even know, that have just signed up online to just fulfill. Like I mentioned, every time we'd go down someone, we'd come up, with more people. And just people who have given online, we had churches that have done drive-by food drives. They've set up drive-by food drives. One of them hosted one here in our parking lot in the pouring rain that week. That was just, we could not get a break. Our volunteers had ponchos and they continued to serve food in the pouring rain for 2 hours, and they went home soaking wet, but everyone got food that day. We did not stop. And so it's just been, there is always that kind of beautiful through the ashes, right? And so we've just been able to kind of see, it's just been a beautiful thing to see everyone step up, everyone have a heart for this place. And we feel incredibly supported and loved by our city, by our community, by the people, by everybody. So it's been just we feel like sometimes we're serving the community, but I feel like during this time we feel just ridiculously served by our community. So just a huge blessing. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been a part of that.
That's great.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you again for your time. We really appreciate you and CMOH. So thank you so much.
All right, bye guys.
Take care.